So, as you can tell by the title, I got invited to see It Part 2 2.5 to 3 weeks before it opened because somebody very influential, watched JVTV and said, hey, I want to know what this guy thinks. I want to get his opinion. They gave me a special section where they massaged my balls and just fed me Slurpees on a loop. Like, it was intravenous slurp. Okay, fine. Listen. So about 2 or 3 weeks ago, here's what I'm going to do in this little segment so you understand. If you're worried about me ruining anything or reviewing the movie, I'm going to do like a 2-minute review at the end of this, but I want to tell you my experience about going to see the film, It Part 2. Now remember, it's a premiere. I don't think it premiered anywhere else yet. I could be wrong. Maybe it was in other cities. 2 or 3 weeks back, on a popular horror website. Horror, not horror. I don't do that unless, they're obese amputees with rosacea. And then, yes, I will be on a horror website. But there was a horror website that was giving away passes to this screening of It 2, first come, first serve. I was like, all right. So I printed it out, and I asked like 5 other people before I went to Stevie. And I'm going to tell you why in a minute. I love Stevie. Stevie's one of my best friends on the planet. I love him to death. He annoys the fuck out of me in a movie. I'm going to tell you right now. It's not in the movie, but you'll see what I'm talking about. So, hey, Steve. Are you watching this? He's not even subscribed to my channel. He doesn't even know how to subscribe to my channel. People have showed him, and he just like, it's pretty birdie. Ooh, I just wanders away and flits. I don't know what the fuck to do. Okay. So, I know this is a screening, and it did say on there on the pass that, everybody has to show up early, like a cattle call. It didn't say cattle call, but it's like they overbooked the theater, in case it's not going to be a fucking hit. It's It Part 2. It'd be like, if there was another Star Wars movie, and they're like, I hope somebody's going to show. Maybe we'll get 3 people. I don't know. Overbook the theater. Okay, so I knew that was going to go on. So me and Steve go to the theater. And I'm driving Steve to the theater. And what Steve likes to do, and I've said this before, is he loves to bring his own snacks to the movie theater. I get it. A lot of people like to bring their own snacks to the movie theater. I understand that. We want to save money. You don't understand. It's not like a box of M&Ms. It's not like, a couple Twizzlers, a package of something in your pocket, maybe a Sprite you hide in your bag. I get that. I totally get it. Steve literally goes grocery shopping every time I mention movies, so I don't even tell him sometimes when we're going to a movie, because he literally I have to go get our snacks, and he gets bags of cookies. There'll be a bag, like a Halloween-sized bag of like Snickers and Hershey's, like in a ridiculous amount of shit. Keep in mind right now, it's summer. It was ridiculously humid today. At the beginning there were storms, but ridiculously humid. Heat, chocolate, do they mix? I don't think so. So I picked him up in my car. He's been picking me up a lot lately, and I'm like, okay, let's go on over to the theater. And he's like, all right. He's like, I got our snacks. I'm like, listen, you cheap bitch. Lately, I've been paying for fucking everything. No, we share. But I'm like, come on, just spring for a Sprite or slushy or some shit like this. Like, no, I've got everything under control. You just waste money because you want like fresh food and not stuff that's half rotten and can last 8,000 years, and that's why it's bad for you. I like my cheap dollar store food. Okay, fine. So I told him this might be a little bit different than any other movie because this is a premiere and the security is probably going to be really high. He didn't seem to grasp this concept. Again, he was like, yeah. So you know what I think? Oh, hello. You know how many times he was doing that in a way? We're driving. Like, you can't have a conversation with him if a guy passes with a hot ass and dark hair, dark eyes, or what, and he's built, especially if they're Arab or black, you're fucked. You're fucked. Every 5 seconds, yeah. So what's this movie we're gonna see again? It part. I saw it already. No, I did. I saw it. No, you did. You saw It Part 1. No, I saw the movie. Yeah, I saw it. Yeah, we're wasting our time, I think, doing this, but we can go to like a gay club or something. Why don't you go with me? Why don't you go? Because I leave you and you don't want to be there in the first place? Okay. So we get to the theater. And we got there like 2 hours early. He's like, I don't know why we're so early. And I'm like, I'm going to show you why we're early. We're driving by, and there's already like a small, like, group of people already waiting. This is like 5:30. Movie starts at 7. Okay. So I'm like, Steve, they're wrangling early, and like they're only letting 100 people in. And the first 100 people get in. The rest are like, they take you out back and they shoot you. I don't know what they do. They do something. So Steve's like, okay. So now he had a bag of groceries. Didn't see exactly what he had was in my trunk of my car. And then he proceeds to go to the back of the trunk of my car, and he had a bag of cookies. I'm not kidding. This big. It was like this way, bigger than the size of like a loaf of bread. He proceeds to stuff it. Now, keep in mind, what does he always wear? Tank tops and shirts like this. He doesn't like to be, I don't like to be confined. I don't like to be, okay, whatever. And a big thing of cookies, he shoves it down his fucking crotch. He had 2 bags of Snickers that he shoves in his pocket. He looked like he had fucking massive tumors. He just looked like a skinny guy with like weird massive like there's nothing weird about me. What's happened? I don't. What are you talking about? No, I don't have anything. No. So then he's like, we'll share this. I said, I don't want it after it's been near your fucking dick or your ass. No, I don't want it. I don't want it. Leave it in the car. Leave it in the car. He's like, I'm leaving it in the car. Fuck you. So we go over and we start waiting, and he's just like, why aren't we moving in this line? I'm like, because listen, just look, pretty birdie, here, tic-tac-toe on my phone, here, ooh, I'm bored now, ooh, Pornhub, gay Pornhub, ooh, don't let anybody else see, okay, I am content, I'm happy. So then we start going in, and let me tell you about, okay, so the first they call us they like call us all together in the theater, and then they're like, some, minimum wage worker comes out and is like, you guys can't wait in the theater. The rest of you have to like go outside, which does wonders because we already have like a line going this way. Now they want us to all go outside and thus lose our place in line. And listen, I saw one bitch who parked in the handicapped section, like right in front of the theater basically. She brought her fat ass out, waddled over to the front of the theater, walked in front of all of us. I'm like, what is her handicap? She had like a lawn chair because, fat people's knees get tired after a while. I don't fucking know. What's her handicap? Haagen-Dazs? That's her handicap, right? I'm guessing Oreos are her handicap. All right. And that just annoyed me, and the whole thing was starting to annoy me. So I have to say they got us in pretty fast after that. We're waiting outside, and then the line started moving. At this point, Steve's like, I said, Steve, look at what this says on this ticket that we have. I'm like, you are agreeing to a search of your, a pat down possibly, a metal detector, and any of your belongings. He's like, and meanwhile, he's got weird fucking, his clothes are all stretched out and everything. He's like, oh my God, what am I going to do? I'm going to take my cousin. Listen, take what you need. You could always say you forgot you had something in your pocket, like some Snickers, although you have 8 bags of Halloween candy in your stick. He looked insane. So I said, take those fucking things, put them in the trunk of the car. He said, but I just want to eat them. I'm going to open them up real fast and eat them right now. I said, you're not going to open them up in the middle of the line like a fucking retard and just start shoving them in your mouth. He would have eaten the whole thing. I know him. So I'm like, go to my car. Go to my car, just put it back in, I'll wait in line. Which one's your car? Silver? Is it white? I forget. I was looking at that guy's ass when you got it. Okay, I've been in it 5,000 times. Which one is it? Is it purple? Is it a van? I don't know yet. Ow! I'm like, I'll go to the car. I run to the car, shove the shit back in, and then Steve gives me an urgent text. Oh, the line's moving. I'm like, I fucking knew it. I fucking knew it. So I fly back there, and luckily we get in. You get a stamp. It's worn off now. Got it stamped, and Steve's just like nervous all of a sudden with his bags of Hershey's and all that shit like in his pocket. By the way, when I put the cookies back into the trunk of my car, they were already they had chocolate coating on them. They were grams covered in chocolate. They were already smeared. They're melting. It's humid and hot. Okay, it's still kind of summer still. I mean, end of August, yeah, but still. So, all right. So then we get through the first set of people. Like, it's a guy, really happy, friendly guy. He's like, hey, can I see your pass? It's like, sweet, this is going to be easy. He stamped our hand, like we're fucking concentration camp victims or something like that. Although it probably would have, fit later because it was like Gestapo after that. So he's like, oh, go have a good time in the movie. And then Steve goes to the guy. He's like, man, how are you going to fit all these people in the theater behind us? There's like 800 people behind us or whatever. He's like, oh, we're not. Oh, I don't want to be here for the riot because all these motherfuckers behind me think they're getting in. I mean, and when I saw what theater they put us in, it was small. You could only hold, it wasn't one of the large auditoriums that they have. They have big ass auditoriums. They're dicks for that. I have to give them that, which is kind of funny. But it only held probably about 100 people. Like probably, maybe not even. I'm going to say 100. So we start to go, and then we run into line number 2. Line number 2 was this really sweet lady who's wanding us down and everything like that. And another Puerto Rican guy standing there. Maybe he was just like lifting wallets. Like, okay, yeah, you're clear to go. He's really, the girl wanding. He's like, he's not even with me. Why is he standing here? Then there's this bald bastard. This bald son of a bitch. And if you're at the, City North tonight in Chicago, you know who the fuck I'm talking about. He's an asshole. Just an ass. He's standing there like first of all, he's bald. He's acting like he's swole and really big. He's not. It's like he's, regular sized guy. I mean, he's trying to look intimidating. It's not working for me. But he's just like he thinks he's in the Secret Service. It's a movie. Get the fuck over it. I know it's a premiere and you don't want anybody filming. Fine. So then we get past that dude and we all sit down, and right away I'm annoyed because they had a section for the press. This is fucking bullshit. This is for the public and the press. What did they do with the press? They roped off 3 fucking aisles, right? The best aisles you could get right in the middle of the fucking theater. Fuck them. First come, first fucking serve. Fuck. Let me talk about the press that was there. I want to know what papers they were working for and shit. They were like a bunch of middle-aged to 30-something fucking yuppies who were just annoying as hell. Like from the get-go, they were just annoying. Like, I'll give you an example. So we run for shitty seats at this point, although we got pretty decent seats. Everybody else was fucked. And meanwhile, we hear the arguments going outside because they cut the line off. They're like, I'm sorry, no, you can't get it. I know you have a pass. You could wipe your ass with it. You could like make a funny origami thing out of it. Do what you want with it, but you're not getting in. You're not getting in. So secretly, well, not secretly, I'm kind of laughing like, fuck that. Movie's gonna be good. We're gonna enjoy it. We'll tell you about it. We'll reenact it later. Steve, that's mean. So then we're sitting there, and here comes, Baldy McBalderfuck again, sitting there, cruising the theater like he's gonna do it. First of all, there's 100 of us and one of you. Honestly, if you start to really annoy us, what do you think's gonna happen? But the press section gets me. Again, there's like a 20-something-year-old blonde girl and her boyfriend who have the yellow wristbands. That means they're press. It's reserved for the press. What are they writing for scholastics? What are they writing for a fucking kindergarten book? The fuck? None of these people were press. And then they just babbled on. And we had about, they let us in the theater about 30, 40 minutes early. So we had some time to kill. And we're sitting there looking at our phones, and right away, it's like these people that think they're funny, and they're not. They're just annoying. Like, if I had to work with them, I would spit in all their coffee every day. I just would. After I had a really bad cold, like, fuck that phlegm up, get that good green, infected snot in their fucking shit, because they're just that goddamn annoying. Like, one point they're sitting there like, hey, Ron, you have to go get the soda and drinks. Ron has to get the soda and drinks and all the beverages and all the stuff that we need, popcorn. Ron. Ron is like 50. Again, want to see the press credentials. I don't believe any of them before. And fuck them. We should all, as an audience, I should have said, let's all rise up and kill them and throw them out of the theater. Let's just fart. Let's all just start farting on them so they want to leave when we get the good seats. Come on, we'll split with some of you guys. So, he goes, and then at one point they all start clapping. Like, there's 3 rows of people start going, woo, woo, woo. And everybody else in the theater's looking around confused. It's because their friend got back, and I guess he took too long, and they're wacky. They're just wacky. It's a wacky Wednesday, or it's not even Wednesday yet, but they're so wacky they think it is. It's just fun. It's like one of those. And then one girl who, the other reporter bitch, she comes in, she's like, which seats are mine? These? Okay, I'm going to leave these here. I'm going to hold this one seat. Okay, where's Doreen? Has anybody seen Doreen? Yeah, I've seen Doreen. What's this movie about? Oh yeah, okay. I'm gonna use my pad. Because we can't have electronics. She thinks she's like the auditorium master or something. I was ready to just, throw a shoe at her. Like, we can't use electronics. Oh! Like a Marsha Brady, break her fucking nose. So, all right. So then we're sitting there and we get a speech from one of the security people. Nice lady. Like, listen, I'm sorry. There's no recording devices. You have to turn your phone off. Steve didn't understand what this meant. I said, Steve, turn your phone off. Turn your phone completely off. Because they have some things they can walk through the audience with, apparently. Or maybe they're bullshit. I don't know. They can see if some of your device is on. If your device was on at all, even your Apple Watch, anything, they'll throw you the fuck out. So I said, Steve, turn your phone off. He's like, it's off. I said, no, it's not off. If that lights up during the movie, he thought it was off because the screen went off. I'm like, no, turn your fucking phone off. Give me the fucking phone. And I just turned it off. And I said, if your screen went on during the movie, they will just throw you out. They think you're recording, and they will assume that, and they will just throw you the fuck out. This is not like, the $5 matinee. So this is like serious Warner Brothers business. I think they transported the film in and out because I saw somebody carrying something looked like a cylinder of that. So I don't know. Maybe they would shot us if we even looked at it. I don't know. So then she gives us this nice speech. She's like, all devices have to be off. We will think it's unfortunate, but we will think that you're recording, and we will automatically get you out of here and have you leave. So watches, devices, everything. She went around, she did check. Baldy McBalderfuck goes, cell phones off, cell phones off, cell phones off. And then proceeds to turn his cell phone on to check it. It was all I could do. I swear to God, I was biting my tongue, buddy. Be like, oh yeah, your fucking cell phone's on. Big shit. Your cell phone's on. Oh, because I know I'm going to get kicked out. So, which is really annoying. And, then I go to concession, and Steve didn't want to, get anything. So he said, I'll be fine. I'll just drink water. I'm like, I took him up on it this time. He's probably pissed at me. I don't care. I was like, listen, I'll split a slushie with you. There's a massive slushie. I said, go be ghetto. Get another little Dixie cup. I'll pour some of it in there for you. You can be like a little retarded child and have your little bit. He's like, okay, sweet. I love it. He's so easy to please. That's why I love the guy. So, and by the way, their popcorn, which I paid like $8, $9 for, it's like, do they just get the stalest popcorn they can find? It's been there for a year, I'm sure. I'm just like, the girl couldn't be bothered, I'm buying it. I'm spending money, bitch. Act like you're happy. Just act for a minute. What do you want? What do I want? The keys to the palace that Romthar owns. Do you have it? Tell me, fair maiden. No, I want my fucking popcorn. Do you want butter or do you not want butter? It's a hard decision for her. She had to really think about it. She had to, do you want, what was it again? Goat cheese? Do you want virgin blood? What? Butter. But okay, I got it. She's annoying. Okay. So, All that aside, I waited and then the screening started. Here's what I'll say about the movie It Too. Here's my brief review. I don't know. I thought it was good when I left. The effects were really, really good. Is Pennywise scary? Not at all. He's not scary. I think that's the only thing that bothered me about the film, and even part 1. If you're looking for movies that like Goonies or Gremlins, you're looking for that type of scary, even though it's not really scary at all, you'll probably really, really enjoy this movie. It's really, really long. It's about 2 hours, 30 minutes. I did think it dragged on a little too long at the end. The effects, like I said, were amazing, but then again, when I started driving home thinking about it, there was way too much CGI, like that's supposed to make him look scary, but it just like was eliciting laughter from a lot of people at some points. But there were a lot of CGI and practical effects that were really, really good. Yes, do the characters do a good job, the actors? Yes, they can read. Okay, they can read their lines and do it. Is Pennywise scary? Is this better than the first? I would say it's on par with the first. I'd say they're probably about even. It's kind of faithful to the book. If you read the book, then you're going to know at the end that a lot of it's not faithful at all to the book. Like, just certain scenes, like, you know, the abusive husband doesn't kind of, like the Henry Bowers thing. Everything feels very rushed in this movie. And I know it's a 3-hour movie, but it still feels rushed. But at the same time, I have to say it was really impressive for what they did. And they did go back in time a lot with the kids. And you can tell they reshot. Or, you know, they had extra scenes from the movie It that were specifically made for It Too. And you could tell when it was that, because, you know, the little fat kid, he was not as fat. And that Finn Wolfhard. First of all, why is it named Finn Wolfhard? Is his name, like, it's probably Abraham Abramowitz or some shit like that Jewish kid, right? I mean, what the fuck, he's Jewish, right? Or am I just, like, being stereotypical? He is. I mean, who's named Wolfhard? Have you ever met a Wolfhard ever? I've never met one. I've met a wolf, but I've never met a Wolfhard. Like, okay, his name bothers me. And Finn Wolf, somebody picked that out. Some casting agent's like, it can't be Abraham Abramowitz. Your name's Finn Wolfhard. You're gonna go far. So, the movie, I would say, was really good. It was just, you know, if you're a really diehard fan of the book, which is my favorite book ever, you're gonna be a little bit like, oh, I don't know about this shit. And once you read some of it, you know, you know a lot of it, the book, is never going to translate to screen no matter how hard they try. But for all it was said and done, I said, good job. Like I told HaterNet Eric here, shout out, dick, I got to see it first. No, as I told him, I would give it 3 out of 4 Viagras, okay? I mean, it's not full bone rage, but, you know, it's stiff. It'll do for a while. That's my mini review. I just wanted to bitch about the theater and everything else going on at first. So, there you go. Hope you enjoy it. If you don't, bad. Don't know. Find somebody else. You know, watch channels on YouTube. Somebody else got to be acting as just as annoying as me. Later.